Awesome. Well, Jay, it's so good to see you. Excited that you're out here. If you wouldn't mind, for anybody who doesn't have the privilege of knowing you, would you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, I am Jay Foreman. I'm a local author, and I am excited to be here supporting Lauren and the Winchester Rescue Mission. I love that you do this. This is like one of the major local events of the year. I'm so excited to get a slot to be with you today. This is like coming on to the Tonight Show, right? I'm excited to be here, right? I saw there's some big names I'm following here: Barry Lee,
Yep.
Bella DeHaven, John Jewell.
Yep.
You know, who's who out here so
Yeah,
far.
the who's and the what's. Yeah, we're just so excited for it. Yeah, we've gotten a really great feedback from a lot of those individuals, and just so grateful for it. Grateful for you. And one of the most recent, I mean, you said that you're an author. One of the most recent things that you've done, and we were talking about how you're a huge supporter of the mission. You just recently released one of your books, Bible Stories That Scared the Hell Out of Me.
Yes.
And then you turned around and tell us a little bit about how kind of that book kind of came to be, and then how the idea came to be to support the rescue mission.
Well, it was a book that I've been wanting to write for a long time. Everybody talks about the great Bible stories that are out there, and we all know and love. But there's so many out there that we've never heard of, or that were never talked about or glossed over, maybe for us or a good reason. In Sunday school when we were kids, but they all have such great meanings to them. There's reasons they're in the Bible, and I just wanted to shed some light on those. So I wrote that book. It was about 10 years in the making. Finally got that one out. But I was excited when we did that. You and I got together and put our heads together, and we partnered, and I was blessed to partner with you. What we did, we started an initiative where anybody that picked up a copy of the book and took a picture of themselves and put it on Facebook, $1 for every photo went to the Winchester Rescue Mission. And then a good friend of ours, Rich Weller, came along and he matched that as well. So it was a great fun. I mean, a lot of people got involved in the community, I think, because of it was such a great cause. And yeah, I think it was a success. It was fun. And when we decided to do this, I kind of thought about who I wanted to partner with. And you were, I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show right now. You were absolutely number one, top of the list. There's so many great organizations and charities and things to get involved with in this area. But I wanted to work with someone that embodies the mission. And there's so many different organizations out there with people that run them. And you are not just a figurehead. I mean, you share a passion for this, and it makes a difference when the person running the show has a passion and does care and is that involved. So I was very excited to partner with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So much. One of the other things that you said you were an author and kind of a very heavily community oriented. I had the privilege of, it wasn't the first time that I met you, but have more conversations with you, was with our community leadership program, and you gave a talk on leadership. So how do you think leadership plays a role, talking about community development, community engagement? In your opinion, what are the things that you see of how leadership can take a role in making some change in your community?
Well, everything rises and falls on leadership, right? I think leadership and communication are synonymous. And again, that's where you do such a wonderful job with that. The great leaders are the ones out there that cast that vision, a vision for things that haven't happened yet, the things that aren't seen. A lot of people need a vision to buy into, and a lot of people, a lot of leaders fail where they can't cast or create that vision. So I think that's one of the biggest things we could do, and you've done that from the moment you took this role. Hey, we need another venue. We need to do this. How about this? You didn't just say we needed it. You painted a picture and you showed us what life would be like if these things took effect. And I think that's one of the best things a leader can do is communicate and cast that vision.
Yeah. And what would you say is one of the, some of the things that, members of the community can do to help support the work of the rescue mission or really support, individuals who are experiencing homelessness, poverty, food insecurity? In your opinion, what are some practical things that you think just our neighbors can do?
Yeah, it's not hard. And I go back and I know it's almost cliche now, but time, talent, and treasures, right? I'm big into alliteration.
Yeah, I love that. Our friend down in Greenville, South Carolina, I was talking with him via Zoom, and he said the exact same thing: time, talent, treasure.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I couldn't hear his part, so I wasn't.
Yeah, the audio. We've had a little bit of audio issues, but I think we've got that figured out. But yeah, in your opinion, what does time, talent, treasure look like for you?
Yeah, I think time. A lot of people would talk about volunteering, or we hear getting involved, and a lot of us don't know what that first step would be. So it's kind of paralysis by analysis. We just say, okay, we don't know what to do first, so we're not going to do anything. We're just going to keep waiting. Whether it's your time, I mean, everybody has skill sets we can bring to the table. You and I were talking before we went live here. If it's coming here and serving a meal, right? Everybody knows how to do that. We've done that our whole lives, right?
Yeah.
Come show up, serve a meal. If it's your treasure, if you have a few extra bucks to spare, give it to the Winchester Rescue Mission. I know you guys put it to good use. Or if it's your talents, right? We all have unique talents we bring to the table. Think about what you can do. What's the unique skill sets you have? And I'm not putting you on the spot here, but reach out to Lauren, reach out to the Winchester Rescue Mission and say, here's something I have to offer. I guarantee she'll probably be able to find something for you to do, put those talents to good use that helps the entire organization and the good folks that you're involved with here.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. And I was sharing a story earlier. Like, I started off as a volunteer, and I really leaned into, breaking down, I think, some of the stereotypes or some of the, misconceptions that I had. I think I was able to break down some of the barriers that I put on myself of what I was able to do. And really, I've just been able to experience so many incredible things, and I would say a lot of our staff has as well. One of the questions that I've been asking a couple people, when talking about homelessness, is when you were a kid, Jay, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A private investigator.
Really?
Yes.
That makes so much sense from the couple of books that I've seen. That makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I wanted to live the Magnum PI life.
Yeah.
That's I thought everything would be driving a sports car, solving crimes. That to me was the life. So that's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
And why haven't you, at least, can you disclose that if you've done that or not? I'm assuming no.
No, I have not.
Yeah, okay.
None of these things.
Yeah.
A lot of missed opportunities there.
Yeah.
No, but I actually, in college, I was studying criminal justice.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because I was like, okay, I am going to go at Radford.
Right?
Wow,
okay.
You're good.
I remember that because I remember the story that you shared about somebody.
I'm scared which story this is.
No, it was a great story. You got to meet somebody.
Oh, Maya Angelou. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Good story. So that's
story.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah.
Wow, great memory. Okay.
So
I was studying criminal justice there, and to pass criminal justice, to get a criminal justice degree, you had to pass public speaking. And I was scared to death of public speaking back then. I failed public speaking not once, not twice. I said, there's no way I cannot pass public speaking. So I literally switched majors over to psychology. I said, where are my credits? What's my quickest way out at this point? It was psychology. I said, let's roll with that.
Yeah.
Let's go. So never took public speaking again.
So how did you get? I would say you're probably one of the most talented public speakers in our area. Barry Lee probably is up there too. But how did that kind of come to be?
I think God has a way of saying, when you say I'm never going to do this, he has a way of saying, well, just wait and see.
Yeah.
And here it took years and years, but when I started writing books, when I started about 15 years ago, I found out that it doesn't matter if people have ever heard you speak or not. If you have a book, they invite you to come speak. So I started speaking that way. And then I found it's actually a lot more fun and a lot more comfortable when you're speaking about what you know, what you love, like you do now. We talk about what you love. It comes out, it's authentic, it's genuine, and it's fun, right? Yeah. So that's kind of the roundabout way that I got here.
Yeah.
So,
man, I love that.
You were talking earlier about when we first met. I think that it was the first time that was the chamber leadership, the community leadership program. But then didn't I done some stuff here before when you were? I don't know if you were on staff here or volunteering. We had done some stuff here before. Were you on staff at that point? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So in February, that'll be 7 years.
Oh my gosh.
That I've been here working at the rescue mission. And never thought that I would actually end up doing anything like this. It was started as a volunteer, and then it kind of one thing fell into another. Brandon asked me to join the staff for something that I was like, you're crazy. Like, there's no way that I can do that. I'm going to go study something else. And so it turned into something far beyond and better than I could have imagined. I love what I wake up every morning getting to come into work. And one of the things that Fletcher, I think you've met my son before,
yes.
5-year-old little guy. And one of the things that I'm very intentional on is I don't say I have to go to work. I say I get to go to work. Yep. And that language, because I some days are really difficult. I mean, Barry was talking, he had he had some experience in social work, and just it's really defeating sometimes. You work with absolute heartbreaking situations and defeat and things like that. But really, I love what I get to do, and I really try to be very intentional in saying I get to go to work today. I get to serve at Winchester Rescue Mission. I get to work with a Rockstar team. I get to sit on a bench for 24 hours with people like Barry Lee and Jay Smith and Jay Foreman, and gosh, yeah, it's such an absolute blessing. And I feel like, and maybe you've experienced this in what you've done. You feel like you're contributing something, right? Like I can come to the table and I can provide this, but you end up walking away with things much more than I think you would have ever expected.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. It's because I told the story too when I first started understanding. It was the Maya Angelou story, actually. When I first started understanding what serving meant, I was like, this can't be right. I can't be doing this right, because in my mind at the time as a young man, I thought serving equaled sacrifice, right? And sacrifice equaled suffering. So if I'm serving correctly, I'm going to be suffering somehow. That's the way it works. But as we both know, no, it's when you serve, it's just it's fulfilling, right? And you walk away feeling better than you were before. You're part of something bigger than you could ever be on your own, and it's just a great feeling. I think it's what we're all put here on earth to do. So, and that's why I'm just so excited that you found where you're supposed to be at this point in your life, and you're literally saving and changing lives out here. So thank you for what you do. I'm hoping every single person that's come out here has thanked you for what you're doing. But it's a big deal. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And I will say, I couldn't do what I do without people like you who are in our corner, who's supporting and advocating for us. And I certainly couldn't do what I do without the team. Really, the team makes it happen. Even just from this event, the team put all of this on, and they help make everything happen that happens here. So,
and just to give more flowers to your team here, they're always smiling. They're always happy. That you could tell they enjoy what they're doing. Again, they get to be here, right? In 6-degree weather here in the middle of the night. So, but it's. But no, it's just leader. We talk about leadership. It's also the culture you create too, and you've done an excellent job on the right people in the right places here. It just makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I'd agree. You got.
That's all of that, and people serve.
It all comes together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can't say enough good things about her. So we need to have a celebrity roast for you one day. That's the next fundraiser idea. You heard it here first.
You said that in front of the wrong people.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And you know what? That is really something that I do love about.
This thing is gaining momentum as we speak.
Oh,
I love it.
No, when I was our volunteer coordinator, there was like a group of volunteers that literally created a coup, and like they were like trying to fire me, and I was like, not legitimately, this is not an HR thing or whatever, but like they were trying to like get me fired, and just it's so funny. And so I will say, like, one of my favorite things is getting to talk a little bit of smack with our staff, sometimes with our residents, and I'm hoping that we might be able to hear from them a little later. But I'll walk around, some of our residents, and some of our residents are like Eagles fans, big Philly Eagles fans.
I'm sorry.
I know exactly.
I just talked about the great culture here.
Are you an Eagles fan?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, your time's up. But just messing and having fun, and just laughing with each other, and I absolutely love it. So
makes a difference. Well,
yeah.
Well, I've got to get going, but I appreciate you. You let me come back here this year. It's always a highlight of my year. So I appreciate all you do. Keep doing what you're doing. The community needs you. We love you, and we thank you for everything.
I appreciate that very much.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.